Welcome to Addigy. In this video, we're going to show you how to integrate your automated device enrollment token with an Addigy policy. So please follow along. The first thing we want to do is be able to sign into your Addigy tenant. The next step is to go into Addigy policies and select our policy where we want to integrate automated device enrollment with. In this case, I'm going to choose Addigy training. The next step is basically go into your set policy and click on settings. Go into Automated Device Enrollment tab. One thing we want to note is make sure that you do have an MDM enrollment profile filled in already here at this policy level before we integrate with Automated Device Enrollment. Click on your Automated Device Enrollment tab, and immediately we want to be able to download Addigy MDM public key. So click here. Now, the next step is to log into our Apple Business Manager account with our Apple ID. And simply go over to your account settings, click on preferences, and immediately you're going to be taken to a website like this one. Click on your MDM server assignment, and we're going to add a new MDM server. In this case, I'm going to call this Addigy training. I'm going to choose the file that I just downloaded from Addigy site. I'm going to click Save. And now I have to download the token from my newly created MDM server. So I'm going to click Download Token. I'm going to download server token. I'm going to go back to Addigy site. Select my policy. I'm going to upload this new token that I just downloaded from Apple Business Manager. I'm going to click Open. Great. It says done. The next step is that I want to be able to fill out my enrollment profile information and be able to customize what the user experience is going to look like. First, I want to be able to name the profile. I'm going to call it Addigy Training. Any type of support number that I want to be able to fill out. Any type of support email. And any type of department information. A couple of things to note is that these are very important settings because it's going to essentially determine how the user experience is going to go for both the Addigy admin and the end user who's going to be using the devices. The first thing is I want to make sure that I do mandatory during device setup because it's going to make sure that users don't skip applying the MDM server token into newly enrolled devices through automated device enrollment. Having supervised mode is also recommended because it's going to give you a higher degree of control over the device with security compliancy. Enabling activation lock will make sure that every time a device gets enrolled through automated device enrollment, will automatically essentially capture a new key for if that device gets repurposed or the person no longer works with the company. You have a way to bypass personal Apple IDs tied to an Apple device. Await device configure will give you additional options to make sure that you have things such as configuring user accounts at the setup moment. So you want to make sure that you essentially enable this as a recommended setting. Also, you want to make sure that as a recommended setting, you turn off allow users to remove automated device enrollment profile to make sure that users with a higher degree control, such as an admin user, don't remove any type of management from the device. Next, I want to be able to authenticate the device by providing a code to the end user for whenever they receive the device for the first time. So this is totally optional, but also recommended for a higher degree of security. You can add terms of service text. This will give you the ability to make sure that you provide a terms of conditions of the use of the business-owned device. A custom logo, just for make sure that you add it for branding. And next, you have the ability to make sure you customize what the user experience is in terms of how the devices gets enrolled into the platform and what type of settings the end users will see while setting up that device. Simply choose your different type of settings and they will automatically skip or prompt the end user to essentially accept the terms and conditions of the said prompt screens. So in this case, I'm just going to skip all. I'm going to click Save and I'm all done. My enrollment profile is already set up. Thank you very much for joining this video. Let's look at the next video, how to integrate and how to deploy devices with automated device enrollment in Addigy. Thank you very much.